Today there's new hope for the Seahawks and an opportunity again to dream about championships.
This is an extraordinary time, and I hope that you can sense the excitement that I feel about this opportunity. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be difficult. And people from where I come from want to say, well, gosh, why would you do that when you win all the time in college football, and here you're going into the meat grinder of the NFL? I'm ready.
I never heard a coach speak so much at the podium. He was all over the place. And I thought, this guy's going to be a hoot.
And so, the Pete Carroll era was born. Carroll started by hiring John Schneider as his right-hand man. In their first draft, they started building a foundation. Russell Okung, Earl Thomas, Golden Tate, Walter Thurman, and Cam Chancellor. Seattle finished 7-9, but won the NFC West, setting up one of the most memorable moments in franchise history. The New Orleans Saints came to town for the wild card game. In his final Seahawks game in Seattle, Matt Hasselbeck threw for 272 yards and 4 touchdowns. But it was Marshawn Lynch who got the stadium shaking.
He's across the 40, midfield, 45, he's on the run, Lynch, 40, pushes the man, 35, look at him go. He's down to 20, 15, he could go, he is going to go. Touchdown, Seahawks!
And it was just one of the most remarkable things I'd ever seen.
I saw Marshawn breaking a tackle in 4 minutes, I chase, but it was just an amazing moment. I think caused an earthquake, going nuts, celebrating with my teammates in the end zone. Kind of glanced up and I saw where my family was sitting, and I kind of raised my arms like, can you believe this?
I couldn't hear myself in the headset.
You know, my offensive line told me that, they would get me to the second level, and, you got to take over from there. And, it was a power play, and they did exactly what they told me was going to do. And, after I got to the second level, I think my instincts just took over. And, Justin told me that, one of the offensive linemen, beat me to the end zone. So I guess it started and ended with them. So, much respect and big ups to them.
It was that ultimate sign that the Seahawks have arrived under Pete Carroll.
The beast is alive and well!
In 2011, more pieces to the puzzle. Drafting K.J. Wright, Richard Sherman, and signing undrafted free agent Doug Baldwin.
How in the world did he catch that ball?
You feel the culture, you feel the community, you feel the desire to win. And not just to win for the individual accolades, but to really win for your teammates and for a community.
And then came 2012, Bobby Wagner and Russell Wilson. Matt Flynn was all but penciled in as the starting quarterback, but Russ would not be denied.
Pete gave me a chance to play and try to go after it and go shine right away. I think for me, I just believed in myself. I think you got to believe internally in yourself. And I think also too, you have to pursue what you desire every day, daily. So I was just fortunate to be around a good group of guys.
The Hawks would go 11-5, winning the final 5 regular season games, starting with an overtime win in Chicago.
98 yards to go, 99 yards to go, went all the way down the field to go win the game. Took the lead, they tied it up, overtime to go win the game, and throw a touchdown to City Rice. So just those moments, I think those build you up to be ultimately confident.
They would beat Washington in the wild card, but lose a backbreaker in Atlanta with just seconds left on the clock. A loss, but a turning point.
Walking off that field, I remember telling Coach Carroll, I said, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. And he believed it, I believed it. I think several other guys believed it too, that we were capable of doing it. And sure enough, as the season went on, we just knew.
2013 was the 38th season of Seahawks football, and the one where it all came together. The team would have win streaks of 4 and 7 games, going 13-3 to win the NFC West. They took care of New Orleans in the divisional round. 2 Marshawn Lynch touchdowns to set up a showdown with the 49ers in the NFC Championship. It was the first title game since the 2005 season. The Seahawks going ahead for good on Wilson's 35-yard touchdown strike to Jermaine Kearse.
Russ throws a really good seam ball. It's probably one of his best balls that he throws is a seam ball.
and he just kind of put it right on the dot, and all I had to do was catch it.
The Seahawks defense pressured Colin Kaepernick. 2 sacks, 2 fumbles, and 2 interceptions. Cam Chancellor had 1 pick, Malcolm Smith the other, ending the game on the play known as the tip. Richard Sherman's play cementing the LOB's significance in the league's history.
Final play, take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get.
We made a staple in the NFL. We're going to be always talked about. Nobody's ever going to forget us. I think that's what we all set out to do when we first started as a group. I know I wanted my individual accolades, and it was going that way until Sherm wanted to push me, Cam wanted to push me, Brandon Brown wanted to push me, Byron Maxwell wanted to push me, and we just formed this thing that everybody that watch football love.
Super Bowl 48 in New Jersey against the Broncos. The Seahawks were given much more of a chance than in 2006. Media Day at Prudential Center was a lively affair. Even Regis had a good feeling.
Regis, Seahawks, what do you think of this team?
Okay,
I think it's a good team.
Yeah.
I really do. Great defense. And I love the way Russell Wilson runs around.
Denver was a 2.5-point favorite. The battle set between the Seahawks' top defense
Nobody in the world can beat us.
and Peyton Manning's top offense. It took all of 12 seconds for Seattle to take control. Cliff Averill with the safety after the ball was snapped over Manning's head.
Just making him uncomfortable, making sure that we put pressure in his face nonstop, and we knew our guys on the back end would do their job as well.
It just felt like walking out there is like, we're going to be Super Bowl champions. And just we had caught so much momentum. Guys like Jermaine Kearse were making plays, Doug, made a sweet touchdown, catch and kind of dipped under the guy, got in there. Obviously, when Malcolm picked that ball off and took it back to the house, what special moments. And I think the world doubted us that we could beat a team like that. And we didn't doubt at all. We believed.
If there was any doubt the Seahawks had the game in hand with a 22-0 halftime lead, the win was solidified when Percy Harvin ran the third quarter kickoff back 87 yards for a touchdown. The Hawks were Super Bowl champions with a 43-8 dismantling of the Broncos.
The fact that people were doubting us, I think, gave us a little bit more, to play for as well. But it was nothing like it. Nothing like it. Can't explain it. Can't describe it.
That's what made us special, is that we genuinely loved each other and cared about each other. And when you were on the field, you went the extra mile or the extra inch for that person next to you because you genuinely cared about them.
Put that freaking trophy up.
Hundreds of thousands of 12s attended the parade.
Hey, this is what we do. We here, hey, we bring everybody out.
A 2.5-mile route through downtown Seattle. Marshawn Lynch on the hood of the Duck, tossing Skittles into the crowd. The procession ending at Lumen Field with Paul Allen raising the Lombardi Trophy.
Being up on those rides and just seeing all the fans and the eye engagement waves and just the tears on people's faces. There's really never been anything like that big in Seattle.
They were just as good the next season, setting up an epic NFC championship against the Packers. It had everything. John Ryan throwing for a touchdown, onside kicks going the right way, and ultimately Jermaine Kearse doing it again.
Staring at adversity in the face for most of the game, and then being able to kind of overcome and end up making the game-winning touchdown to send our team to the Super Bowl.
The Hawks had the makings of a dynasty, returning for Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots. It certainly had its moments.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Seattle driving late for the win when Jermaine Kearse made another of his circus catches.
Malcolm was able to get his hand on it a little bit, and I was just able to still kind of track it throughout the air. Kind of slowed down a little bit. Just another big play that's, obviously followed by what everybody knows. So
Lynch didn't get fined, and he didn't get the ball. Wilson's pass picked off to seal a super loss.
I understood why the call was made. Intellectually, I knew why. Until you're talking about Marshawn Lynch. The play call I didn't have as much problem with. The execution, obviously. As great as it felt the year before, that's how bad it felt the following year. And then, as we know, it sort of wasn't the same after that. And it never is. And that's unfortunate.
The Seahawks would make the playoffs in 4 of the next 5 seasons to end the decade, not yet having returned to the Super Bowl.